Alright, this is Bryce coming at you. Yeah, I'm driving, but I've got the camera in front of me, so there is absolutely no distractions here. But I figured I would talk with you guys a little bit today about some cardio training, specifically running. Since I used to be I guess you would say a high-level competitor in the distance running world, specifically 5K, and I was training for longer distances. Even with 5K training, my mileage during my base build-up would get up to about 80-90 mile weeks on average. 80 mile weeks on average. 90 plus miles a week on some weeks, especially during the summertime. But in the wintertime, it averaged usually around 75-80 miles a week. That was probably around 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago. So I don't do that anymore. I still run, but I only run a few days a week. I don't. If I jog or if I do any long distance running, generally it's, I don't know, anywhere between 2 to 3 miles. That's pretty pathetic coming from a distance runner that used to run 90 mile weeks. But that brings me to my next point. A lot of people out there in the fitness community think that they have to run massive amounts of miles to achieve their goals of weight loss and fat loss. And that's just simply not true. In fact, I would go as far to say that if you love distance running, then do it, but supplement your distance running training with a couple, 2 or 3 days a week of strength training of your choice. I'm not big on machines. I actually hate machines. Anything that's not functional, I don't really like. Anything that's not, I even hate to use the word functional, but anything that's not going to help you in your movements, everyday, to-day life movements like squatting, deadlifting, pulling, pull-ups, push-up, those kinds of things are what I go for. That's just old school training is like what I like to, classic training. Distance runners should be engaging in deadlifts. They should be engaging in squats to keep their legs strong, their muscles and tendons and ligaments strong. They should be engaging in some upper body strength. Man, I see so many distance runners out there that have, and I was one of them, that have poor shoulder strength, and they have no muscle on their shoulders. I'm just now getting to the point, 5 years later, adding muscle to my shoulder girdle. It's pathetic. My shoulder strength has been really poor. And I've had shoulder problems in my right shoulder. Not major, but it's getting better. Thank God, really, seriously. But the fact of the matter is runners need to engage in some upper body stuff like push-ups, dips, pull-ups. They need to be doing stuff like that, or overhead presses, bench press, whatever. But that being said, they need to balance that out with their distance running schedule. Another thing is if you are one of those people that feel like they have to run long distances and you hate it and you feel like you have to do it because you want to lose that fat and it's just not coming off, well, I got good news for you. You don't have to do that. The best thing you could do, if you want to run, that'd be great. Go to your local hill. Do 15 to 20 second or even 30 second hill sprints. Fast as you can, 6 to 8 times up the hill. Walk or jog, depending on how steep the hill is. Walk down a steep hill or jog down a semi-steep hill. But before you do the sprint workout, make sure you warm up with some light jogging and maybe some strides. 70 to 75% of your maximum sprint. So some light strides would be good. So maybe a 5 to 10 minute easy warm up to get your blood pumping. maybe some burpees or a few burpees just to get a full body movement in there, and then go to your sprint workout. That's probably what I would do. You can also find a flight of stairs. Stairs are great. Just same as sprints, warm up good before you start, and then walk down the stairs. Do not sprint down the stairs, or you will find yourself in the hospital. So my advice is to find a flight of stairs and sprint up them, walk down, sprint up them, walk down, sprint up them, walk down. It's that simple. And not only that, but it's highly effective, and people in this town do not know how to drive. But anyway, it's a very effective metabolic workout. It's going to burn fat efficiently. You only need to do that maybe 2 or 3 times a week. 3 times at the maximum. I wouldn't even go, actually, if it was me, I'd be only doing, 2 times a week. Also, I'm at Starbucks right now, everybody. Starbucks. I'm going to make out with Miss Brown Eyes. So anyway, as far as the running's concerned, again, if you're a distance runner, make sure that you're supplementing your distance running with strength training. Make sure you're not overdoing your distance running. And I'm speaking mostly to people that just want to be fit, not elite distance runners, or you all know what to do. But as far as people that just want to be fit, just don't overdo it with distance running. 4 or 5 miles for your long run is plenty. Other than that, and 6 miles at the very, very most, you don't need to do long runs. You're just gonna, your muscle tissue is just gonna waste away. You're gonna get, just don't do that. That's just crazy. Matter of fact, 3 miles 3 times a week with 1 day a week of fartlek training. Fartlek simply means speed play, so you're actually going out and saying, okay, you're 5 minutes into your jog, I think I'm going to go sprint for 30 seconds. And then you sprint for 30 seconds, and then you slow down and get to catch your breath, and you say, okay, now I think I'm going to just run hard for 5 minutes. So it's a mixture of things. So anyway, that being said, I'm here to meet Miss Brown Eyes. Can't wait for her. So anyway, until next time, I hope this helps. Peace.